Hello, Virgo. Why does that look so weird all of a sudden? Maybe it's not. All right. Thank you for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Cachet Tarot. It doesn't give a created by, but it does give a website, topthatpublishing.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. Website on this, rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as in apple, U as an umbrella. Okay. What do we have for Virgo? Oh, we're getting double cards, which is not... It's neither real good nor bad. It's just means there's extra information, so... What is that? That's the speed card. Okay. We'll have to get there first to know if you really like that or not. The speed card is very interesting because when I think of Virgo, if you're already up to speed, so for example, if you use running as an example, if you're used to running, if your body is used to it, if you've trained for it, you can enjoy running. You can. I'm not saying you do. But this is also the thing of like you won't just start running marathons out of nowhere. I don't know why I'm giving that analogy, but there you go. The situation, I think what's going to go on is there's the reduction of stress. The situation, why was it stressful? Like, it seems like it's been stressful for quite a long time. It's been a little unbalanced. Ten of Pentacles, half in, half out. The Lover's card, and then the stress. So maybe the balance in this situation has been more on you than it needs to be or should be. I just keep seeing somebody doing like most of the work and just used to it. This is almost like, it doesn't have to be romance, and there's not really any romance cards popping in, but it could be a romance thing for you, where maybe you started the situation and you were very eager to help and do this and do that. Then you got kind of stuck in these things, like you just kept doing all these things and the other person took it for granted. Maybe that's why it was a little stressful, because you just kind of started doing a lot of things and it just never stopped. Something like that. For a job, maybe that too. You started a job, you put your best foot forward, went gung-ho, tried to learn things as fast as possible, tried to get as much done as correctly as possible. And then you just never got out of that habit, but now it's kind of like, it just became too much, but now people expect it, and now it's kind of like, well, I don't want to let them down. You are well-liked. I feel like you know you're well-liked. You know how people perceive you. You are well-liked. In this situation, you know who likes you. Seems very simple on that part. So that's fine, but there's information coming into you, coming towards you. Somebody has noticed what's going on, and somebody else is deciding that the scales need to be rebalanced, because it's kind of like, you know, it looks like it's balanced to people from the outside, but when you look at it, it's kind of like, well, the only reason this is balanced is because Virgo is holding onto the wall. So, in truth, Virgo's doing a lot more, and Virgo's using a lot of strength to keep it balanced, but it's not really balanced. Virgo's putting in too much. So it's almost like, you know how a scale goes like this? It's like you're holding onto the wall so it can't show that it's out of balance. It's almost like you're doing so much extra work, and people don't realize that it's out of balance, but this other person's like, no, Virgo's actually making it look like it's in balance, but Virgo's doing too much. I feel like the way this person is looking at you is that your talents are not being utilized correctly. Somebody's looking at this like, you know, we have Virgo doing all these menial tasks, and they get it done very well, but Virgo has a lot more intelligence than this. Virgo can do much better. It's almost like if you think of a car garage, you're constantly stocking things, cleaning things up, picking up the pieces, making sure things are ordered. And they're like, but Virgo knows how to, check to see if this is what's wrong with the car. They know how to use this tool. They know how to check the mechanical tools to make sure they're working correctly. Virgo has a lot more intelligence than's being utilized here. We're wasting our time using Virgo for these menial tasks. Virgo's very intelligent. We need Virgo doing the more important things. We need these other people doing the menial tasks, and we need to not stress out Virgo. We need to give Virgo the proper time and, balance them out as much as everybody else. Like, they should be doing their fair share, not more than everybody else, and not the menial tasks. I keep getting something about menial tasks. Like, you keep doing menial tasks, like easy things. And they're like, Virgo has more value than this. They're being wasted. We're wasting Virgo on these simple things when Virgo can handle these more complex things. This person seems to have recognized that, and I feel like that's what bothers them the most. Kind of like, if you can do the hard puzzles, you shouldn't be coloring in with you shouldn't be doing the coloring books if you can do the hard puzzles. That's how they're looking in a work aspect. If it's something like that, it's kind of like, Virgo can do the hard puzzles. Why are we having them using the coloring books? It's kind of like if Virgo wants to color, let them use color for the harder tasks. Just let them use the colors there if they want to. But we need to have them doing like the crossword puzzles, not the coloring books. That's how this person seems to look at you. There's protection, and I get the Four of Wands. All right, yeah, I put it down before I talked about it. There's a new phase you're getting locked into. I kind of feel like you're getting locked into it, but you're good at it. Usually Virgo responds well to being appreciated for your true assets, for your true abilities. If you can do more, as long as you're not overworked, you're willing to do more, and as long as people, acknowledge what you can do. The acknowledgement is important. Okay, so there's a switch over here. You got the Ace of Pentacles coming in. You're going into a new thing. I feel like you're doing more complex things. It's coming right up. I don't think it's being dumped on you in the beginning, but I feel like there's like a learning curve here. You pretty much know what you're doing anyway, but there's like different information, updated information. It's almost like, well, this is how we do it here. So I like using baking analogies and stuff. So it's like if you used to make cakes at some other place, but they're like, well, we make wedding cakes here. So you don't just flop it in this way. You got to do it this way. You got to time this that way. You got to use this over here. You got to cook it with that. You got to make sure the temperature does this. Like, they have different ways. Like, you have the basic of how to make a cake, for example. Maybe, for example, if we're going to make it real simple, you can make a box cake from a grocery store. Like, okay, I know how to do that. And they're like, okay, that's cool. But you're going to do the whole flour, baking soda, all that stuff. You're going to put everything together. We're going to show you how to put it together the way we like it put together. How, you put this ingredient in with it first, and you wait for that to melt, and then you do this after. And then we have to cook it like this, and then it has to rest here, and blah, 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 blah. They're teaching you updated ways of stuff you already know. It's not bad. It's good. When this is happening, it does seem to be separating you away from people who maybe were taking advantage of your good nature. I can almost see some Virgos I know arguing me, like, well, I wouldn't say it was good nature. I would say it was because it had to be done, so I did it. So maybe, you know what I mean. So however you want to look at it. There's a block between you and them. And by block, I don't feel like you feel blocked from them. I feel they feel blocked from you. So, because the Two of Swords is typically the block card, and I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing the Seven of Swords and the Five of, well, the Five of Pentacles can be kind of a block card, but I don't feel like you're blocked. I feel like other people are blocked from you. I don't think it's bad. I don't feel bad about it. Not that you should feel bad about it. So I almost feel like this part of the reading is like peace of mind. People who expect certain things or got used to you doing certain things, well, that's on them now. You're not going to be able to do that. Your time is being utilized other places more effectively for the gifts you actually do have. You know what I mean? Like, you can do more than you were. Other people are going to have to pick up the slack for these other things. Six of Cups is like a history card. It's moved on. This is the first step in a new phase for you. I almost feel like whatever you started, it's starting to go into the next level. So maybe you're already in this level. Maybe some of you are already experiencing this. It's the next level coming in. You have more information coming in. Because I kind of feel like whatever it is you're doing, they now want you to kind of like look over. I keep seeing like quality control. So that's a little, I know that's specific and it's a general read, so I know that's not going to fit for everybody. But like somebody like sees you, says, no, we're wasting Virgo on these smaller things. Virgo can do the bigger things. So you're doing the bigger things. Now that you're doing the bigger things, now part of your responsibilities are now like you're going to do half of that, and the other half of your time is almost like quality control. Virgo tends to be known for quality, in my opinion. High quality. I think of Virgo as high quality. And I feel like when I see this Ace of Swords and the acceptance, I feel like you're just making sure things are the highest level they could be. It very much feels like this moment, it's kind of like, we do need like X amount done, but we need that X amount done as correctly as possible. If we can go beyond that, as long as it's correct, yes. So for example, I don't know, just for an example, a day, say 10 units a day is what we need done, and they need to be done correctly. If we can get 15 units done a day, it's only worth it if they're done correctly. So 10, we need 10. Anything over 10, as long as it's done correctly, is helpful. Every unit that's done incorrectly is a -2. So it's kind of like you get 15 done. If somebody gets 15 done, but 5 of them are wrong, it's almost like they did 0, because it takes twice as long to correct the ones that were done wrong. So it's kind of how they look at it. So that's kind of like that's why they're pushing you into this situation to help quality control. I keep feeling quality control, so that must be specific for somebody. You are very much appreciated, and somebody is watching very carefully how things are working. There's a lot of attention towards you, but I feel like you might not realize it. Because I don't see people breathing down your neck or saying, oh yeah, I saw that, or oh yeah, I saw that. I don't see people telling you, but it's kind of like, for example, if they run reports or something, or they can, like, it's like at the end of the day, everybody left, you left the place 2 hours ago. That's when somebody goes around and checks and goes, Virgo's doing good, Virgo's doing this. People are watching very closely, but very quietly. It's not going to be a problem for you. You're going to do extremely well with it. It does seem to make you a little uncomfortable because you have to tell people when they're wrong. And there are people who are going to give you pushback with that. I also get, though, that like you have backup behind you. For some reason, there's a way to handle this that, you send the information. You might even have a buffer in the sense of like you write out a report or you write out an email and you just say, these things need to be corrected. Please have this back to me by this time. Once in a while, you have to do things face-to-face, but I feel like most of the time you get used to kind of like, oh, this went wrong again, or like I can come over and show it to you again, blah, 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 blah. Things do get faster, but I'm getting the boundaries with the things. When things get faster, I feel like it's going to be ironic. Because, for example, if you had half your day doing the job, so like most people have to do 10 pieces a day, you only have to do 5, and then half your day is done checking things or doing quality control. When things get really busy, you're pretty much just going to be doing quality control, because it's going to take up your whole day. Because people are going to be like, it doesn't do us any good if people are rushing and getting things out. Somebody's getting 23 things out a day, but half of them are wrong. That's not worth it for us. We need to make sure that people who actually do 23 a day are doing 23 correctly, if they actually can do that. If they can do that and do it correctly, okay, good. But we also got to keep a close eye on that because we can't have people sending out wrong information, wrong things, incorrect, blah, 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 blah. So I feel like they're giving you a heads up, like this next phase coming in, it's like a half and half. Half your day this, half of your day that. When things get very busy, it's going to be like half the quality control I keep getting. So I don't think that's bad. I don't think it's going to be a bad thing for you. It's easier for you. It's easier for you. Because you know what to look for. And you know how, so it's like, it's easier for you, which may end up being a little boring. I don't know, it depends how you feel. It's easier for you. I'm getting that it's easier for you. I also see, like, you're not going to let yourself get out of standard. You're going to keep up on this stuff. I don't know, whatever you're checking, I feel like I'm still working at stuff like, I have, like, it's kind of like when it gets really busy, you're supposed to spend your whole day on quality. I feel like you set it up so like the first hour of your day, maybe you get 1 or 2 done, maybe probably just 1, maybe 1 or 2, and then you go into quality control because you're just like, I want to like make sure I stay with the system. I want to make sure I can still see, like, remember the screens. I want to stay in pattern. So it's almost like the first hour of your day, maybe you get 1 done, possibly 2, and then the rest of the day you do what you're supposed to. I feel like you make that point and you get that your way. Other than that, I just feel like it's easier for you to just do the quality control. Anything else with that? All right. I feel like this is a good read. It's not like really, I don't know, is it eventful? It seems very like goes your speed. It should be comfortable. I don't feel like any of this is really like shocking good or shocking bad, but maybe that's okay. Virgo's pretty much even keel, aren't y'all? So maybe that's cool. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hopefully that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.